Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another live show. And yeah, today we'll be obviously discussing last night's game. Unfortunately we have to do, after an absolute shambles performance from start to finish, getting knocked out by Walsall 3-2 in, we're going to get into it. There's no holding back from me this afternoon, guys. I'm just going to say what I think. I always do that anyway. But honestly, wow. Just wow. I mean, I was astounded with how bad that performance was. I was. Even though I know we've not been playing well over the last few weeks and that, we've got lucky. We have got lucky winning the last 2 games. Peterborough, we played fine. We deserved the win. We were brilliant. But the last 2 games prior to this game has been so poor. We've got lucky, and so maybe it was just papering over the cracks. But for me, we know we've been bad the past few games, but this one was even worse. There's nothing closer. And I asked myself, though, why am I so shocked? Why am I actually so shocked by this performance? Because, the majority of these players were the ones who let us down week in, week out last season. Can you believe? So, I honestly don't know anymore. I don't know. But I didn't expect to see us play so badly. Second best all night. Well before the red card, couldn't pass the ball, sloppy, really sloppy on the ball, and just was not good enough, Now, we're going to get into it. I'm going on a bit of a rant here, but yeah, what I will say is the club has had all summer to sort this squad out, and we hear excuses, all the time, excuses. 3 days to get players in, and we need players in, and that's it. So, well, to be honest with you, that result last night is sent me crashing back down to earth. It really had a big reality check for me, because I'll hold my hands up and say that I've got carried away the past few games, if I'm honest with you. I really have. I was aware that we weren't playing well, but we were still winning games. So I thought, well, yeah, let's just try and sort the performances out and going forward, and still win games as well. But I don't know. I just feel honestly shocked. But we're going to get into the game. We're going to get into how it happened. I've got some a bit of analysis of the goals conceded just to back up my point. No, we don't need to back up any point, but everybody could see it last night how poorly we defended. But I'm gonna give you some angles of the goals that conceded and how poor they were. So let's get into the comments before we get going. I do apologise if it started very ranty here, but honestly, it's just good. It's a therapy. It's a therapy session today. We're gonna get everything out in the open. We're gonna just say what we think. And breathe afterwards, yeah. Joshua says, afternoon, Ryan, hope you're okay and hope you're having a great day. Yeah, well, I'm as good as I can be, to be honest with you. But yeah, hope you're alright. Are you going to still be doing the EFL Cup? No, I will not be doing, I won't be doing the draw tonight, no, absolutely not. Blue Tail says, simply not good enough from everyone on the pitch last night, apart from Maxwell, in my opinion. Red card didn't help, but equally didn't help ourselves. Yeah, look, Blue Terry, we'll get into it. It wasn't good enough, I agree. I think Maxwell, yeah, he did obviously do well, but I think Karoma did well. But apart from that, nobody else covered themselves in any glory, did they? Max will save you from conceding an embarrassing goal with his reaction timing. He also gave the ball away numerous times as well. In fact, not giving the ball, he just hoofed it upfield, and it went straight to the keeper about 3 or 4 times last night. Not good enough, I'm afraid. So yeah, Maxwell doesn't deserve to be a backup keeper at this level. Oh, I've skipped comments. Oh yeah, no, I haven't. Hello, Aiden. He says, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Yeah, big up to Aiden, my wonderful mod. Hello. And he says, hope you're okay. Yeah, mate. I try, and I'm just fuming still from last night, obviously, but yeah, that's what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is, isn't it? Hope you're okay though. It's better you speak your thoughts on what you think than not to. Yeah, exactly. And some people just hold back from saying the truth, and for me, I've never been like that, so we will not be doing that. I never do that, so yeah, big up to you. It's like none of them players on the pitch didn't want the ball. They want the game over, in my opinion. Yeah, they did. They look like a bunch of strangers that have been put together, and they thought they could just turn up and win. Fortunately, football doesn't work like that, so yeah. A lot of the individual mistakes are things you can't coach players not to do. Yeah, but the thing is we're going to get into it anyway, but I get that, but I will come back to this point, but I do have a few things to say about that. I think you can't just, Duff has to take some responsibility from last night as well. It's not, so that's just my opinion. The ref yesterday was shocking. Headley was poor, he was passing to the right side. Sorensen is. But guess what? He's not there, so who are you passing to? I know. It was just unbelievable how many times we gave that ball away last night. Unbelievably bad. So yeah, the referee yesterday was shocking. But look, if you look at our performance, yeah, we should have. It's not the referee as to why we lost the game, in my opinion. People can say differently, but that's just my opinion. So guys, we're gonna get into it anyway. We're gonna get into the how the game panned out. But yeah, like I said, they turned up last night, and it did feel like they just thought they could turn up and they would automatically win. That's how it felt, and it looked like they didn't know each other. Now we're gonna actually go back to a few of those. I've done my comments a bit. I've done my notes a bit strange, but I'm going to go back to those in a minute. But let's get into the game then. Before, let's have a look what it is. Hoggy's a good player and a legend, but it's time to hang the boots up, pal, I'm afraid. Yeah, look, we're going to get into. I've got a few words to say about things, and I do agree with you. So I do think he needs to be taking a little bit of a back seat now, but he's not the only one, Aiden. He's not the only one, So we'll get into it all. So let's have a look at the starting 11. What did you guys make of it? Obviously, Chris and Maxwell starting goal. Obviously, Sorensen, Ruffles, and Pearson at the back. Ruffles was on the Ruffles. Sorensen was in the wing back position, once here. Ruffles, Pearson, and Turton at the back. Headley on the other wing as well. Hogg, Ben Wiles, and Evans as the midfield, and then Karoma and Marshall. So yeah, that was the lineup. Look, obviously we didn't know what to expect from the lineup. Obviously we didn't even know, what we were kind of gonna do. But yeah, he did obviously make a few changes. Now obviously Kasumu apparently got a slight knock in training, so he wasn't even in the squad. Lee's had a tight calf. Spencer's injury is still not known how long he's going to be out for. Reece Healy, I don't know where Reece Healy was last night, but probably injured again. But yeah, So that was a lineup. Yeah, I mean, look, I was a bit worried at the back personally. Obviously, Pierce, I've just never read Pete. I just can't believe. We talk about rebuilds and squad overhauls, and you've got players like Pearson, Ruffles, Danny Ward that sat on the bench there, but seems to be starting in the league. Turton, all these players, they're just not good enough for a rebuild. So yeah, I wasn't particularly happy with the defence, but I thought the rest of the squad seems to look okay. But yeah, one thing is for certain: any player who played last night has not earned his right to knock on Duff's door. That's why they weren't playing when he named the team for Saturday. Yeah, I agree. And that's all the lineup I felt positive in says, because it looked a strong side. Well, wasn't I on? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I did have a few concerns about it, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's get into the game and as it happened, guys. So obviously, let's take the banner off. So the first chance of note came for Walsall. Close chance for Lowe. Again, Lowe, the word misplaced pass, how many times will we hear that in this show this afternoon? A lot. A misplaced pass from Town is intercepted by Adoma, who finds Lowe. However, his strike goes just wide by the host. So that was an early warning sign in the opening 15 minutes, wasn't it? It was a warning sign. Let's step it up and stop giving away the ball like we can't see to it. But the thing is, it was given away by Wiles, this chance. And then, not only that, no one tracking the runners. And Pearson, very weak defending, allowed him to strike the ball with ease. No issues whatsoever. Just, it's all right. You might as well not be there, Pearson, lad, because you just didn't do a thing. Then we actually managed to score somehow a few minutes later. JK, Josh Koroma, of course, scores for us. More on the goal. Wiles makes his way up the pitch, picking out Koroma on the edge of the box, who obviously finds it straight into the bottom left-hand corner to put us ahead. But it was a very, very poor start. In fact, it was a poor game. It was a poor game from us, but it was a very poor start. So the fact that we took the lead, it really did come out of the blue. To be honest with you, I don't think, didn't really, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Next chance was for us, so we're pushing so close to Marshall. A shot from the striker seemed to be curling straight towards the bottom right of the net, but it's just wide to deny Marshall a goal just yet. Good shot from Sturck to try and give the Saddles an equaliser again. It goes wide of goal to deny the hosts their first of the evening in the 27th minute. And then this was the talking point, wasn't it, as well? The red card for Matty Pearson, who was sent off for a challenge on Earing in the 42nd minute. Now, look, let me share my thoughts on this, guys, because people have said, what might have been a bit soft, was it really a red card? For me, I think it was a red card, guys. Yes, it might have been soft, but the reality is Pearson was backpedaling. He knew exactly what he was doing when Earing was coming through on goal, and yeah, he did knock him off. He did slightly knock him off balance, guys, and it's a red card. It was the last man, and he was denying a goal scoring opportunity. But Pearson, instead of doing that, just allow Maxwell to give him, just allow Maxwell to try and do something and save it, and make, come out and make, rather than doing what he did. So I think it was a red card, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. So, yeah. And then, yeah, look, obviously the half petered out for the half time, so 1-0 to us. I don't really know how we were winning at half time. It was so poor, And my overall thoughts of that half was that, you know, the likes of Ruffles, Turton, Headley, they won't be pushing a starter based off tonight's performance, last night's performance. They won't be pushing for starters in the league, playing like that. You know, Pearson as well, dreadful. I don't know. You know, we've got nobody in that defence, guys. We've absolutely got nobody. Lowe should have put Walsall ahead, absolutely. And we were just below par throughout the first half. It was absolute. There was no movement. It was slow, ponderous. You know, nobody wanted the ball. We were giving away the ball so many times. I lost count how many times we gave the ball away in that match. And I would love to see the percentage of our passing accuracy in that game. Because let me tell you, it would have been so low that it would be embarrassing to see the percentage. That's how bad it was. So, but my issue is when the players were on the ball, that nobody was making movements to get in position to receive the ball. So I just don't get it. I just don't understand. So yeah, that's my thoughts of the first half. Let's see what everybody else is saying. Hopefully the Nigel Long I can't even say his name to be. Let's just call him Nigel. Rumours are true and we can get it announced ASAP. Yeah, I've seen that, to be fair. I will get into it a bit later on, but yeah. But we need players in. I don't really know much about him. I know he was at Wickham at the end of last season on loan, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we need players in. The players don't seem to be used to dominating the ball, in which they will have to get used to sooner rather than later. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think if Pearson had done that in the box, do you think the ref would have given a pen for it? Yeah, because it was a foul. I see what you're saying, though. There is a bit different. You know, we've seen it in games gone by where, not exactly town games, but I just mean in general, like football. You know, refs have given free kicks outside the box, but haven't given them inside it. No, I think it would have been a penalty if it would have been inside. It was very close to being inside as well. So, yeah. This game will teach us that we're not going to water lead this season, and Duff will learn from this as well. Yeah, like I said, I got carried away, as I said earlier, I did. And I think I've just come crashing back down to earth. The depth isn't as good as what I thought it was, if I'm being honest with you. And it showed last night. And it worries me. We're so short of players. And yeah, that's it really. So look, the second half began then, and you was hoping we'd see a little bit better, but yeah. Just see where I am here, guys. Here we are. So here we are. So we're back underway. First time halftime change. Hellick and Ward came on. I don't know why, for Sorensen and Marshall. So yeah, I didn't really understand the Ward. I didn't know what Marshall had done particularly wrong. He wasn't really being able to get in the game. I'm not sure what Ward could have done, what Ward would do that Marshall hasn't done. So I don't know, guys. I thought it was a strange substitution personally, that one. But Hellick came up with Sorensen obviously because we need to make a change because because we had Pearson sent off, one of the centre halves. Now this was a penalty awarded to Walsall. Now this was a ball high into the box, and Headley. This was definitely a penalty, and Headley just pushes him in the back. Foolish. That is not how to defend, and it's absolutely appalling how he then had the cheek to go and complain about the decision. It was a penalty. It was a clear push in the back. So it was shocking defending once again, and it was another mistake, another error, and it just pretty much summed up the evening. And then Maxwell managed to save the chance. It was a good save by him, to be fair. Dives to the bottom right to deny Lowe from the spot. And we got away with one. But we didn't learn our lessons, and we continued to do the same things. And but although we did go ahead again with Ruffles, it was a good cross in and headed front post by Ruffles to make it 2. Like I say, a great corner. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I've kind of said it in my own words there, but yeah, that's what happened. Maxwell was forced into another save. Lowe's effort from close range is caught by Maxwell to deny the Saddlers in the second half. Now, Walsall pull a goal back. Surprise, surprise. And you can't say they didn't deserve it because they had many opportunities. They just couldn't put it in the couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And we continue to give chances, and this is what happens. Now, guys, this is where I get into the analysis of the goals, of how they happened, and we're going to go through a few clips. We're going to go through a few screenshots of when I've watched the game back this morning, and we're going to just analyse it. And let's just show you how poor the defending was. So, here we are, look. It was a free kick, a set piece, and as you can see with the blue dots there that I've put on the screen, there is where the ball ends up going. Now look at the distance between Evans and the attacker for Walsall. Look at the distance. Not tight, just letting him go free roam, right? Then if we play it on, so then obviously Evans heads it into no man's land, and then it falls to the goal scorer, which is Lowe. And look at the defender again. The dots here show how we just left him free in the penalty area, and the space for allowing him to get off a shot was pretty evident. This is shocking defending at height. Who was looking after him in the box? Nobody. So I'm sorry, that is just schoolboy defending. And then we play on. We don't learn our lesson, and all of a sudden we concede an equaliser. Nathan Lowe again. Now let's have a look at this goal, because it just keeps to get worse. Now, as you can see, with the circular motion there on the right hand side, there is the winger for Walsall, and that is Headley in picture there. Look at how he defends the ball here. He allows him to get the cross in, and look at the distance. I know it's maybe hard to see, but look at the distance. He's not on him, is he? He's not right on his toes. He just allowed him to cross it in. Headley's application and effort in this game, not the only one, but I noticed it more because he was going down that wing a few times. I noticed it a lot. He just allowed players to get past him, and then when they got past him, he wasn't even bothered to get back in. So again, but look at the Walsall play. Look at the defender. Look at the other centre halves though. They're not even they're running towards the goal. But hang on a minute, there's two players here behind you. That are Walsall players that are looking to get on the end of this cross. So I'm not sure what on earth they were thinking. And then the ball fell here. And look again. Look how many players are around here. 1, 2, 3 ahead of the ball, and 2 just behind. That's 5 players against. Okay, you can class him that's coming into the box here as a third, because he's very much in the danger area there. So there's 3 against 5, and we still struggle. We still fail to deal with it. It's absolutely appalling. The space that was given for this, the space that was given here, just everybody stood watching. And then we go on. In fact, I think I've gone. And then I think I've missed. No, this is the right one. Wait, let me just have a look, guys. Yeah, it is the right one. But I've lost track of what happened then. And then again, though, look at the space. Defenders stood watching. and it is straight through, and they end up scoring from it. So, and in fact, yeah, so that's right, yeah. And now, so that again just highlights the defensive issues in this game. Not just this game, but we've been giving chances away for the past few weeks now. Then Walsall went ahead 3-2. An own goal from Hellick, 77 minutes on the clock. And look again. Look at this again. The amount of space that is given here. The amount of space that is given here is absolutely shocking again. You know, gets beaten easily. Look at this again. Players stood there marking space instead of players, and it deflects in, and it's a goal. So that highlights the defensive issues in this game, and we're going to go into the Duff comments very soon. Let's have a look what everybody else is saying. Headley had no reason to push the Walsall player when no one was ever going to get on the end of the cross. No argument with the decision for that for me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. For the penalty. Yeah. Duff, we take the competition seriously. Yesterday didn't look like he was taking the competition seriously. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we will get into his post-match comments, because I thought a few of his comments I didn't particularly agree with, if I'm honest with you. I didn't particularly like how he was. He seemed very calm, didn't he? If you've listened to it, he seemed very calm. It was as if we'd won. It was as if we'd won the game. So I don't know. I'm just a bit confused. Duff took it serious, but I think the players got complacent at 2-0. But why? Why did they get complacent? And to be honest with you, we were lucky to be 2-0 up in this game anyway. It's like the defenders of the goal are saying here, Maxwell, you deal with it. Yeah, absolutely. Go on, Maxwell, you have to do it. We're not going to do anything for you. We're not going to help you. So, look, I don't think it was about complacency. We were just so below par. And if you've recognised the pattern here, guys, is that if you look at the Stevenage game, and if you look at, obviously, the game of the weekend against Shrewsbury, we've got gradually worse. The performances got worse. And last night, like I said, was the worst we've seen. So there's been a pattern of the course of the last week or so. So I don't know what's going on. So yeah, let's go back to the comments let's go back to the notes that I did at the start here. So now, for me, so yeah, a few points to take away from this game is that all the lack of movement, like I said, was nowhere to be seen. No one on the ball, no options for the players on the ball to pass to either. All goals conceded, once again, just gifted to Walsall. And the goals that they did get was after we'd given them a dozen chances before that. We gave them encouragement. We gave them encouragement by giving the ball away in stupid areas and being wasteful. Evans. Let's talk about Evans, guys, because I'm sorry, Evans has been so poor since the Peterborough game. He has not offered anything in that midfield since the Peterborough game. He hasn't been able to get into the games. When he has got into games, I think his touches have been off. I don't think he's done enough when he's on the ball. I don't know what's going on. Wiles again, Ben Wiles, I'm sorry, but he's starting to labour again. You know, he seems to be coasting and doing the exact same thing. Nothing in midfield. The midfielders just being bypassed and giving the ball away constantly as well. It's just a theme. Hogg, Look, I know people have already touched about this in the chat, but Hogg, in all due respect, look, I love him. He's a legend. He'll always be a legend at this club. But I think he's past his best. I'm sorry, but he is. He's a squad player, not a regular starter. Now, he had played over the weekend, so why has he put him in again within a matter of a few days? There was your Pender on the bench, who happened to come in and actually showed a bit of energy and tried to do things. But unfortunately, the kid can't do things on his own. But yeah, I saw him trying to make things happen. But there was nothing. Nobody else was trying to, support him and help him and give him options to pass to and all that. But I saw good stuff when he came on. So your Pender should have started the game. And it's easy for me to say that now, but Hogg shouldn't be starting 2 games in a matter of days. Now, if you look at the defence, they've already highlighted the issues with the defence in the screenshots that I got in the game. It was all over the place. No organisation, lack of effort, commitment to get back in position and block crosses into the box. No one marking anybody, just marking space. Turton, Ruffles, Pearson, just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Headley, absolutely off the pace as well. Now, what I will say is that Duff has mentioned these 3 words to us that is important to him. That's what he prioritises, right? He prioritises strong, fit and organised teams. That's what he wants to see from his teams, right? Now, why was it then that we were outrun and outfought by, no disrespect, but a lower league team, which they are in League 2, Walsall are in League 2. Why were we outrun? Why were we outfought? What happened? And that is why I said, yes, Duff can't force the players to run, but he is responsible and he has to take responsibility too for this. Now, the passing, like I said, was woeful. Couldn't string a pass together, no movement, like I said. We're going to get into what Duff had to say before we have a look. Just share the thoughts about the squad overall as well. Now, in fact, we're going to actually go to the comments first because there is a few comments in. So we'll do that and then we'll get into the Duff quotes. Where are we now? To be honest, it was surprising that we will lose whatever on Saturday. Look, how will this squad respond? What character is in this squad? How are they going to rectify what happened last night? How are they going to bounce back? Because we need to bounce back. And if we don't, and like I say, I think for me, I haven't really thought about the Rotherham game, to be honest with you. I'm still dwelling on this at the moment. But yeah, I agree. I think we've just been knocked down, haven't we, with this performance and result. Horace is in big up, Ryan. Hope you're well. Terrible performance from Terriers last night. Shocking to see the way the defender had to be 2-0 up. Yeah, big up to you. Yeah, I agree. It was terrible. Yeah. Michael Duff should take some responsibility for this and must improve for this not to happen. Plus, more signs are needed and time is ticking. Yeah. B team have signed a defender. Why not get him in the first team on Saturday? Might as well. Yeah, that is exactly what I said on my post because I saw that we'd signed a B team player. We signed a player for the B team. O'Reilly, I think his name is, a defender. I quoted it and I said, throw him in the first team. You can't do any worse than those in the first team. They shouldn't even be anywhere near the first team. So yeah, should there be character in the squad, then they should beat Rotherham on the weekend. If not, then there's no character. Yeah. Let's see what these players are made of. Because if it follows up with another poor result, then there's your answer. If we beat Rotherham and play well, then this result can soon get forgotten about and can be viewed as a blip, but could equally go the other way if we don't. Yeah, good point. Absolutely. Yeah. Is this just a blip, or is this the start of the demise of the results of the coming weeks? We'll soon find out. But yeah, let's get into Duff's comment, because like I said, I didn't particularly agree with some of what he was saying in his post-match comments. We'll take the banner off so you can see the full. Now, he said disappointing result, obviously. I didn't think we were great. Yeah, we both agree there. The referee makes a decision which we don't think is the right decision, and it changed the context of the game. It is difficult to play with 10 men. These last two quotes, let me know your thoughts. But for me, why is it that the first thing he says after this game was, "Oh, the referee." The referee was The referee was awful. I'll give him that. He was absolutely woeful. But is he the reason that we lost the game? No. Is he going to bypass the performance of this and just pretend that we played okay and just blame all on the referee? I'm sorry. It's difficult to play with 10 men. Yes, it is. But we went 2-0 up, Michael. We went 2-0 up. And we threw away the lead. There's no excuse. So making these excuses doesn't cut it with me, I'm afraid. And yes, the red card changed the context of the game. But we end up going 2-0 up, even with 10 men. So how did we do that then if it's difficult to play with 10 men, like he's saying here? So, no, sorry, not taking what he said here. The last two were there. It's just not going to cut it with me. Duff on the ref, again, a lot to say about the referee, but not much to say about the performance and how poor it was. I've got to be careful with what I say. I don't think the referee has helped us in any way. I think the momentum of the game changed with the penalty. I know they didn't score it, but it gives them a lift, and then they score quite soon after. Nah, I'm sorry, no. The reason they scored quite soon after was because we were all over the place. That's why we conceded. So, I'm sorry. All these about the referee. Sorry, Duff. I don't agree. Yes, I agree that he was awful, but I don't agree with just talking about the referee for the most of the interview and not actually discussing how bad the players performed. I don't think we'll help today, so I'll protect the players a little bit. Hello? Are we reading the room? Protecting the players from what exactly? What are we protecting the players for? What did the players do for you, Michael, that made you want to protect them a little bit? Please explain. Just absolutely ridiculous. I think there were big moments in the game that definitely didn't go where, yeah, they did, but when you're a professional football team, you get on with it. Big decisions, big moments can go against you. But what do? You react. Don't just say all this rubbish. Ultimately, I thought they ran harder than us and won more duels than we did. Well, Michael Duff, let me just ask you. Not that I'll get an answer. But let me just sit and ask. Why did Walsall run harder than us? Why did they win more duels than we did? Is it because they wanted to win the game more? Is it because the application and attitude of some of these players are just appalling, that they just can't be bothered? So, I thought it was strange comments here. I'm sorry. Duff on the squad, he said they're all responsible, not just the 11. Now, the injuries and suspensions of the people who missed on this, they all need opportunities. Yes, they do need opportunities. But when you play like this, I'm not sure how many opportunities you're meant to be giving these players before you say, well, you're just letting me down every time. They all need to know their roles and responsibilities. Well, they do, but I didn't see anyone knowing what they were doing last night. So I'm not sure. With and without the ball, he said. So, no. I thought the comments were very strange. I didn't understand. But yeah, regardless of being down to 10 men, we should have seen that game out. It's as simple as that. So, yeah. Now, if anybody does want to come in and have their say, I will put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come in. But I'm just fuming right now, guys. And all these fans, these happy clapper town fans, right, that are just surrounding this fan base a lot. Going to social media last night and start saying it's an overreaction. People that had things to say because they weren't happy with what they saw. Apparently, that's an overreaction, guys. Apparently, stop having a meltdown, town fans that care to win games. Stop having a meltdown. Let's make excuses. I heard people say, "Oh, it's just the cup. At least it didn't happen in the league." This is the excuses that some section of this fan base seem to give. If we lose on Saturday, there'll be another excuse. Oh, this, but this, but this. Yeah, we lose the game on Saturday, we lose. Stop accepting mediocrity. Stop accepting anything that the club does, because it's absolutely laughable. And because some fans don't want to live in fake positivity land like some section of this fan base does, they go after us. They go after us if we have something to say on social media about how poor that performance was last night. It's us. No, just because you want to accept it doesn't mean everybody has to accept it. So that's it. And the thing is, people are saying, "Oh, it's just the cup. It's just the cup. Who cares?" Okay then. So we haven't used our brain here. We've just said stuff, and we're not actually going to think what we're going to say, are we? We're not going to say it because, cup or not, these performances have been creeping in the past few weeks, have they not, in the league? So it's not just because about the cup, and these performances will go into the league. It's common sense. So all those fans that want to attack people just for saying that they're not happy with last night, then I'm sorry, we're not all the same. We don't want to accept mediocrity. We want to win games. We don't want to just accept anything that the club does and then praise them to the hilt over the top when they do something good. No, we're not all the same. So maybe just have another perspective. I've lost my track of thought, guys. I've gone a little bit of a rant here. It just makes me laugh, though, because if we want to express our anger at a performance, and result, it's stop moaning. Stop being negative. Stop being negative, man. It's just laughable. So we're going to brush under the carpet this result, right? So on Saturday, if we don't get the result, it'll be more excuses. Let's brush it under the carpet again. Not by everybody, but from these fans that are going after fans for saying they weren't happy with last night. So yeah. Let's have a look. If we beat Robin and play well, I already read that. Hello, Henry. Hello there. Well, as you can see, I'm not that great at the moment. I'm in a bit. I'm having a bit of a rant. I'm just offloading. It's just like a therapy session this afternoon. I'll have my say and watch the whole second half. Okay, Horace, we'll get you in. It's only a cup game. Excuse. These cup games helps the team build momentum and carries the team in the league too. But fans don't see that. Yeah, we'll get you in, Horace, then in a moment. Yeah, we'll get you in. Right? Okay. Oh, did you DM me, Henry? Sorry, I didn't feel like speaking about the game, to be honest with you. So yeah, but you're getting my faults now, Henry. So yeah, here we are. Now, I am going to put the link in the chat for Orest to join the conversation. You saw the second half, but yeah. By the way, guys, do make sure you drop in a like on the stream if you can. It does help. And also subscribing and thank you all for your contribution so far. I have got to go into the transfer sections, though, as well, because, look, make no mistake about it. If Nagel is serious about getting promoted, we will see. We'll see how serious he is come Friday. Because if we do not make at least 2 signings. In fact, we actually need 3. We need 3 or 4. But we're going to be realistic. But at least 2. I'll be kind. At least 2 quality players that will upgrade the team, because I'm afraid you can talk the talk on your blooming things that you post on, them diaries. That again, fractions of this fan base. Oh, let's believe everything Kevin Nagel says, ladies and gentlemen. He's the god. He's amazing. We can't criticise him. He saved the club. But hang on a minute. Let's just rewind and let's be brutally honest here. What happened last season? Oh, no. Last season, it's fine. Let's bypass last season. It's fine. No, it's not fine. Because he was in charge. He was in charge of the absolute mess that developed last season. He has kept in a board that failed him, not just once, not just twice, but about 5 or 6 times, even more probably. I don't know. I've lost count how many times they've made bad misjudgments. So... But I can't criticise that, because if I criticise it, I get attacked by fans on social media because we can't criticise him. He's amazing. I'll give him something. He has put money in. I'll give him that. He's upgraded the stadium, and I think it looks really good. He's put money in and signings. Fine. But we need a squad to be competitive. We need a squad to get promotion. Right now, we have not got a squad to get promotion. So, unfortunately, it isn't enough as it stands. So, I don't know. I'm going to rant, and Oris isn't in that room, but yeah, we're gonna get him in, and I'm just gonna have a breather here because I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, let's welcome on. So, hello there. Hi.
Big up.
So yeah, I mean, obviously you said you watched the second half. But yeah, I mean, I'll let you say what you wish to say.
Yeah, obviously I managed to find the stream well in time for the second half. To 2-0 up. And then obviously I watched the quotes that you have Michael Duff saying the penalty and stuff. Well, you should know that he has responsibility for the way the team is set up, right? You need to make sure the team is set up right, even if the penalty is missed or scored. Team is set up right, but once I saw the first goal coming from, also it just doesn't look right. Sloppy passes, few mistakes at the back. Like it's just I don't get it. Like no disrespect, but League Two side make more runs and more passes, better passes. I think it is embarrassing. Like both players and managers should take accountability for this. But no, even after being 10 players, you still have to make sure you are set up right and stay focused in the game. Looks like for me, like I said, if there's not a result on the this weekend, and there's no, then yeah, they still listen. Their heads are still down if they don't get a result. So for me, Michael Duff, responsibility there, and I don't like. For me, when managers blame referees, like for me, the first thing is accountability for the players or yourself, and then the referee should be the last one to talk about. Yeah, I think it is a bit embarrassing the way they conceded the goals last night.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Look, I said the referee was awful, but if you look at this, I did a few analysis clips earlier of the goals, and it's just so bad how defensively it is. Because if you look at this, right. This was the first goal. I don't know if he was in when I was doing this, but this was the first. This was the first goal for Walsall. Now the ball ends up going to the back stick, where the two blue dots are. Look at the space between those two players. Why is that allowed to happen? And then we go on, and again, so Evans has headed it back to nobody. Well, in fact, not to nobody, straight to a Walsall player. But look how much space he's got to get the shot off. These are just countless errors. Again. The second goal. Look at Headley. He's literally stood still. He's not trying to get back. He's not trying to get that blocking to get the cross in. And look at the space in the middle. Look, the centre half's going towards their own goal. Absolutely appalling. And then again, when the ball comes in, look at the space. He's got free run to do what he wants. And look how many players are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just stood there watching, and then obviously look at the goal, just easy to get through, and then again space galore. It's all right. You just have the ball, it's fine, and then Again, loads of players. Look at how many Town players there are. Look at how many Walsall players there are. We're actually outnumbering them, but they still score. That shows what is actually going on. It is absolutely woeful. But let's get into the comments. My God, that was an abysmal performance. Adam says, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's putting it politely. 2 keepers on the bench again, he said. Reminds me of last season, just filling the bench with anyone who's fit. Absolutely. And yeah, I agree. It depends on your budget and how many signs you will make. We're already making 5 signs, with 2 of them being for fees, and the others on free transfers and a loan. To be honest with you, I just don't want excuses anymore, to be honest with you. I don't, because I get what you're saying, but look, we need to. I know it's easy for me to say, but we need to improve the squad. We're still way short, so I don't know. I don't really think we should be excusing the budget. The budget is the budget, but we'll have to extend the budget then. And it's easy for me to say that, but we have to extend it because we're nowhere near still. Adam says weak squad depth will kill our promotion chances if we don't put our thing right in the next 40 hours. So, and the thing is, though, Adam, and the thing is, who is behind it? Who's taking the lead in this recruitment? Oh yeah, somebody who hired managers that were clearly not the right fit. Not just one, but a few, and also recruited players that were absolutely shocking. So what hope have we actually got? So yeah, but yeah, those goals was just for me, and just going to the transfers a little bit. Yeah, look, we need defenders. I cannot handle seeing Pearson starting games week in, week out.
He's not good enough. Pearson lost so many passes. Pearson, he looked absolutely awful last night.
This guy is not part of a rebuild squad, by the way. This guy should not be part of a rebuild squad, amongst others that I mentioned earlier. So Lee's not good enough. He's just not good enough. The midfield looks exposed again. You know, people will look at Hogg and I'll say, yeah, he shouldn't be starting games.
I mean, Hogg can't start every game for me, in my opinion. He can't.
But what about the other 2 midfielders? Wiles and Evans, who have been starting, they've done nothing. In fact, they've gone missing a lot of the time. Evans did well in that first game against Peterborough. In fact, Wiles did as well. But what's happened? What is happening? So the midfield looks exposed. Yes, we've got your Pender on the bench, but I'm not relying on a 19-year-old lad to be relied on so heavily. We need to gradually integrate him in, and he will be done. But I don't think you should put too much pressure on him. So we need 1 or 2 midfielders, in my opinion, and then we need a striker. We look toothless up front, I'm afraid, and I'm going back. Look at how many chances we've created. Not just last night, we haven't created anything, but going back to previous games, we've created so many chances, but we've wasted so many. I've lost count of how many we've wasted. And unfortunately, when you've got the likes of Danny Ward starting, it's not going to end well, I'm afraid, because apparently he's a good League One player. Interesting. He's already missed a handful of chances. So how many times are we gonna give him? So I can't believe he's still part of the squad either. So I don't know. I just feel, honestly, I feel like I've come crashing back down to earth, because like I said, I got carried away. I did. I got carried away. But it's normal, I suppose. Where does Terence go from here on out of the rest of the season? That's literally just started. Where do we go from here? Well, like I said, we need to get signs in first of all. We need to get a few more bodies in, and then we have to go again on Saturday, and we have to show our character. Well, if the squad has character, we'll see on Saturday. If the squad has character, we'll see that. If they don't turn up on Saturday, we'll see that they don't have any character. So I don't know where we go from here, to be honest with you. But I go back to it. If we don't make any signings, and if we make 1, I don't think that's enough. We can kiss goodbye to promote our promotion chances.
Yeah, if you guys want to get promoted, you need to have a squad. What I mean by that, right? You can have a first 11, but you also need depth, and that's what I don't think Town have, because the back useless. Obviously, I've seen the B team. They've sent a defender. Promote him to the first team. Why not promote him to the first team? Give it a go. He probably can't be any bad as that defense last night. So for me, in this footballing world, right, when you demand for more signings, people call you, oh, you're hating, stop being negative. No, it's just being real. Town need, I'll say 3 to 4 signings, maybe more than that. Obviously, deadline's Friday, so 3 to 4. But then Nagel, all I see this guy, he just argues with fans on Twitter. That's what he does. He argues with them when people call them out. So for me, standards has to be up there. But then, yeah, Danny Ward again. He can't be here. The rebuild. If you guys want to have a good rebuild, he can't be here. You really can't. So, yeah.
But apparently he is. Apparently he is, because when we were having in the summer, that was when the overhaul of the squad, we were told it was a rebuild and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't see it, because we've signed 5 players and we've only got rid of 2 regular first teamers who, to be fair, were the toxic ones of the group. Ben Jackson, obviously, he was kind of in and out of the side, so I don't think he was a regular as such, but he would possibly could be the third. But I don't think he was a regular. But yeah, you can't have a squad rebuild with like Hogg, Pearson, Ward, Lees, Turton, Headley, Ruffles. The list goes on, and if we were, but the thing is, the proof has been the pudding here over the summer, because if we were actually serious about a rebuild, these players would be nowhere near the team. So there we are. And Dan, this is exactly the question that I've seen on social media, or something that's been put out there into the social media landscape. Right, this question epitomizes everything that is wrong with sections of this fan base. And I'm not calling you out, Dan Storm. I'm just being honest. So, would I rather be knocked out first round of every cup and win the league? Now, I want to win every game. Now, and we know we're not going to win the Carabao Cup. We know that. So, we're not going to win the Carabao. We're not going to win the FA Cup. That's it. Are we going to win the league? We are not going to win the league. So, winning the league is not even in the thing, really. So, I don't want to be knocked out in the second round by a League Two side. No, I don't. So, I think this question is just very, I don't know. I don't particularly like it. I think you have to go into it every game, and then I don't want to be knocked out by a League Two side. But according to some fans, it's only the cup. Never mind, it's only the cup. I prefer we lose here than in the league. I get that, because promotion is the ultimate aim. But people aren't seeing the real truth here. In the league, these performances have gradually got worse in the league as well. These performances over the last few weeks, we've got away with it. We've rode our luck, and last night our luck rode out. So I don't know, man. I don't like that particular question. I think it's I don't think it's a bit silly, really. But yeah. But always, what do you make of this question? Because for me, you want, like I said, you don't want to be losing to a League Two side. I don't want to be disrespectful to them. But you want to have a little bit of a run in the cups. You want to win games. That's the ultimate aim.
I think it's about context here. Obviously, you want to try and win all that possible, but like you said, if it's against a League Two, you have to win it. You can't say, oh, it's only a cup game and let's focus on the league, because no, realistically, at the end of the day, you should be beating a League Two side. So it is a bit of a weird one. Like I said, context. So it will be best and nice to win, obviously, a little trophy with the league as well, but you need to have the depth as well. We have to be honest, depth. And does Town have depth for the cup in the league? I'm not sure, but yeah. It is a bit of a weird one, because for me, for myself, I want to win. I want to try and win every single game, all the trophies. So, but obviously, you have to look at it as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Apparently, we signed this guy from Wolves. Now, it has been reported, it hasn't been confirmed. He is a centre half. He's a centre half, I believe. I think he was on loan at Wickham the back end of last season. I haven't seen much of him play, to be honest with you. I don't really know much about him, but yeah, look, it is rumoured. He was actually rumoured to be at the game last night, apparently. A fan on social media said so. I don't know if he's lying or just cards, but I didn't see him. But apparently he was arriving. But yeah, I don't know. Look, that's one through the door. Then, if it is going to happen, it might be announced less today. To be honest, it might be announced today, but we'll have to wait and see. But it does look like it is going to happen. You on a high before that game last night? I couldn't believe what I was seeing during my podcast and reading up the scores. Henry says, "Yeah, look, when we say we're on a high, we were winning." But Henry, the truth of the matter is we were winning games, but we were getting lucky. Stevenage, yeah, we didn't, we were lucky, and Shrewsbury, my goodness, we were lucky as well in that game. So the performance just got worse. We've been winning games, but we haven't been performing well. So I don't know if we was on a high as much as maybe I thought we were. Maybe I was being blindsided by the result. I knew the performances weren't great, but I was just blindsided. We won the game, so I thought, oh yeah. So I don't know. If it's only a cup, then fans won't be there if we get to the final of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, Ian says. Well, yeah. Will they have that mindset if we go far in that pointless competition? Let's be real. It's just a pointless competition that we don't need to be in. It really is just nonsense, and we haven't got the depth for it anyway. So we probably go out anyway. So it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, I will, but really have a chance to. Really have a chance to win the Bristol Street Trophy. No, I don't really know what you're trying to say there. At least, realistically, you got no chance in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, so it doesn't matter. I get it.
It's nice to go far, though. It's nice to try and go far in those competitions.
But does that mean we should get knocked out in the early round against a team that's lower than us?
No.
I'm not sure. I'm not on it. I said it before that we're not going. We know we're not going to win the FA Cup. I know we're not going to win the Carabao Cup. That's not the point. The point is we shouldn't be egging the competition in this style, which is just embarrassing to be there. Johnny Evans. I mean, if we want pace, I don't think he would be the suitable candidate. But yeah, I thought you had it at 2-0 and you were cruising, but then you get yeah. Well, it should have been done the game at that point, but it wasn't. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than let's see what happens. But it's been a bit of a ranty show this afternoon, but I think it needed to happen. And yeah, I've just said it how it is. I was trying to say I would go to the final of the Bristol Street Motors Cup if we got there because we have a chance to win that. That is they are saying very interesting things here. I'll give you that because I'm not too sure what you mean because you've just said to me that you don't care about that. You don't. You'd rather losing the cups than So what? Which is it? We're flip flopping here because why would you go? Why would you go to the Bristol Street Motors Cup if you don't want to be in the cups? Because that's what you said earlier. I don't know, man. I'm just confused. I think you seem to be confused. Blue Twitter said, and now it's Joe Taylor, and hopefully the mood will change. Yeah, I mean, look, he was on the bench again, wasn't he, last night? I saw for Luton, so he's on the fringes, guys, and we've been linked with him, but I don't know I don't know what's happening. Luton obviously don't see him as a. Even the cups, he doesn't get a look in. So what does that suggest? I don't know why there was talk at the time when we were going to sign him. Why did they have to find a replacement for him when they don't really use him anyway? So, but yeah, Joe Taylor, I would love him, but I've kind of given up hope on that, to be honest with you, because it's just dragged on for weeks now, and it doesn't seem to be any movement in that deal anymore. So, yeah, I'd love to be wrong. So, well, yeah. Any final thoughts? Get them in, but we are wrapping up in a moment. But right, here we are. Right, so I'm not bothered about FA or Cup because we're not going to win that, so I'll happily go out. Yeah, but you said to me you wasn't bothered about Cup. Yeah, you weren't bothered about Cup games. But I don't understand this mindset, you see, me personally. I don't understand because we're bypassing. We may as well not enter these competitions then. We may as well not try and get maybe to the, third, fourth round. What's the point? I'm confused. I'm confused with your mindset, unfortunately. Even if we're not going to win it, you want a little bit of a run in it. And again, I go back to you don't want to be losing to a League Two side. Taylor has been pictured apparently going to London's King's Cross station today. Yeah, but he could be going anywhere. Because I know I don't know who else he's been linked with, but he's been linked with a few answers, so I don't know. Whereas the Bristol Street Motors Cup, we have a chance to. Yeah, fair enough. But I'm sorry, but I don't agree. I'm sorry, but yeah. You lost 5 to Crew. How we signed Chiesa from you? Yeah. So if we get to the final FA Cup and got Man City, would you not go to it? Or are you asking the question to?
Oh, he's asking. I thought he was asking to us. Oh my god.
Yeah, look, I take cup competition seriously. This is not. It shouldn't be aimed towards me, but yeah, obviously, but we aren't going to. Let's be real. Well, yeah, we're not going. Something we agree. We're not going to get there. I get it, but I don't understand the mindset that you've got. Unfortunately, Storm. But yeah. But yeah, let's see what happens. But any final thoughts, Orist, or? Well, look, the reaction is going to be interesting. Duff needs to take some accountability. And I was surprised. The way Duff operates, I don't know if you know, but the way Duff operates is he allows, after a game, he allows his team to have the day off. So they're not in training today. They're back in tomorrow. I thought that, and if they've won a game and they've played well and that's fine, maybe, but if they've lost a game, is that really appropriate? But yeah, that's just a bit funny for me, really, isn't it? It's just not good at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. My last thoughts, obviously, you touched about Duff saying he's going to protect his players. I look at that. It could be a media tactic, or it could be like, yeah. But when it's a media tactic, like he's maybe saying that to the media, and then actually he's digging them, or he's actually protecting them. If he's actually protecting them after that performance last night, then I do feel a bit worried. But maybe he doesn't want to cause like a disruption in the dressing room. I don't know. I'm not trying to sit on the fence, but like two ways. Maybe he doesn't want to cause ups in the dressing room, or maybe he actually wants to protect these players. So yeah, I think the weekend game, I think that will show. But for me, having a day off, no, I don't agree with that. Maybe if you were the one, but no, if you lose, I'm sorry, straight back to training. Like even 2 hours earlier, like that should be the routine.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's strange, but I don't know. Bradford got to the final of the League Cup whilst the League Two. They did, yeah, good point. Why can't we do the same with the FA Cup? Yeah, well, we're not going to do that when we've got a squad like we have, unfortunately. I guess you can dream who you would play in the final FA Cup at Bristol Street. Yeah, well, we can all dream, can't we, that something's happening, but dreams don't always come true, of course. I don't really think the Cup's a big priority, but we still need to, give it a good go, but we didn't last night. Okay, yes, we know things the hard way. We know we do things the hard way, I get it. I am going to Rotherham, yeah. So. Do you have any? Do you have any Huddersfield banners you'll be willing to give me? You mean for my chat? You mean for my backgrounds banners on here? You mean?
I think he's actually talking about the flags or banner flags or,
I don't know where I'm sat. Why are you going to come and find me and confront my views? I'm not telling you where I'm sat, thank you. But yeah, my goodness. Look, Storm, we disagree that I've got no hard feelings towards you, but I don't understand your mentality when it comes to the cup competitions. But yeah. But yeah. But guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. Let's see what happens over the next few days. We know what we need to do. Kevin needs to sign players. And we need to react over the coming days, ready for Saturday. Sure, maybe when Friday comes, I'll be look forward to Saturday, but the moment, not really, to be honest with you. So yeah. No, mate, see now. Right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it's a smaller end, so if you see me, give me a wave, and I'll know who it is. Right, there we are. Please make sure you do drop a like on the video, guys. I did do a vlog on the channel. I did upload it very late last night. I was going to upload it this morning, but I thought, let's just edit it tonight. And I went really in the mood to sleep last night. I didn't go to bed until nearly 2 o'clock. So I just did it last night. So yeah, if you haven't gone and watched that, please do go and check it out. It really mean a lot to me. To be fair, it wasn't the best atmosphere, guys. I didn't really get much of the atmosphere. It wasn't great atmosphere, as you can imagine. Obviously midweek game as well. Plus, cup games. I don't know. It might have been tricky for people to get there after work or whatever. I don't know. So I'm sure the atmosphere will be back. Well, it's sold out on Saturday, so and obviously it's always good atmosphere at Rotherham away. So I'm sure we'll have plenty of things for that. But yeah, I thought it pieced together quite well, the video, so go and check that one out for me. Thank you. I'm glad Kevin hasn't tweeted after yesterday, to be honest, as him being silent makes me think he's doing more. Yeah, but the thing is though, Blue Terry, I go back to last season. When we didn't get results, he was quiet on numerous times. Or maybe sometimes he did tweet, but not all the time, quite a lot of the time he didn't. So I feel like he did that a lot last season, so I'm not reading too much into that. I just want to see action, not words. Because, like I said, I appreciate Kevin Nagle for putting money into the state of the stadium. It looks a lot better now. I'll give him that, absolutely. And of course, still more improvements to be made there, but you can't do it all at once. So I get that, but he's made a good start to that, so I'll give him credit. See, I give credit when credit's due, guys. I don't have anything. I'm not hating on Kevin Nagle at all. I'm not like. I just don't think I am. I'm just being honest. I just think that people that think that it's like they're his best mate on social media, like tagging him and stuff, and it's just so cringy. I'm sorry. He's the owner. Let's just, so I don't know. I'm going to criticize if I don't see it. And the fact is, we know what's happened under his watch. Brilliant live stream, lads up the town. Always question for you: who do you want in the Carabao Cup?
Well, I want Walsall. Give me Walsall, like revenge for Huddersfield. So give me them.
Yeah, but if that happens, then I would have wished that we would have got through then, even more.
I wouldn't mind anyone, but I'd love obviously a home draw, Old Trafford, or Garty, But no, listen, thank you for the question, Aidan. But we'll see tonight. We usually get very luck on our draws, so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I did say I was going to do the draw this evening, but I'm not bothering now. I did say committing of what we got through, so I'm not doing the draw this evening. So yeah. I've got to go and get some work done for the weekend. Yeah. Goodbye, Henry. Take care. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Pop Liverpool on Sunday, so take care, Henry.
So yeah, like I said, when we're going with that now. Be back tomorrow evening, guys, for the match preview to Rotherham away on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. 8 o'clock. I'll do it a bit later because I've got my football training tomorrow. Around the time I do my show, so I can't do it yet. So I have to do it at 8 o'clock. So yes, stay tuned for that, guys. And Oris, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you for dropping the link, and it's always a good talk to you.
It has been a good show to rant, guys. I feel like I've let off a lot of steam this show, and yeah, well, onwards and hopefully upwards. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, everyone for contributing in the chat. You've been great, and yeah, we will see you next time, and have a good rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow night for the next live show, guys. All right, take care everybody, and thanks for tuning in. For your all support, see you later.